Om Shanti. Today's topic is to make determined promises by mind. When this topic was given to me, because since morning till 5 o'clock I was little busy. You heard the news this morning. One of Baba's child has gone to Baba's lab. So since morning till evening I was busy. So after 15 minutes ago, I checked with the sister what is topic. So when this topic was given to me, I was so happy to hear the word promise as well as determined promise. So I was thinking, not only we make the promises, we Baba's children are so light, we have to do nothing, only Baba fulfills our promises. He makes promises with the children, and not only he makes promises with the children, but he also fulfills all the promises which we keep in front of him, and whatever he does and whatever we keep in our mind. So whenever we say the word promise, sometimes it looks so difficult to have promises, to work on the promises, follow all the promises in life, and to keep on continuing all the promises. But what I feel, if we keep the promises with our determined thoughts, we get a lot of benefit in our life. Promises are not only to work on that, but we develop our so many qualities, and we are able to understand ourselves in a better way, and we are able to use our abilities in a proper way. So word promises reminds us that you have to go on the right track, on the right path. If we don't make the right or determined promises in our life, sometimes we become careless, we become lazy, we are unaware of about our goal, we don't know how we have to work and for what purpose we have adopted this Brahmin life and what is our aim in our Brahmin life. So promises, first of all, when we do any kind of promises in ourselves with our true heart, our true mind, so we get first ability in our life that there is some target, our object, our goal in front of us. Without promise, we are not able to understand what I have to achieve, what I have to work, for what I am going to work, and what I am doing for self and for others. As soon as we became Baba's children, first of all, Baba made us realize that you are the one who were worship worthy. You are the one who were ruler of the new world. And you are the one who are being worshipped in whole Kalpa. And you are the one to whom God Himself has selected. And you are the one God Himself is sustaining. So He made us realize that now you have to achieve that status. So if we have to achieve that status to become the ruler of the new world, we have to make some determined promises with ourselves. For example, you want to do any kind of task, or you want to get success in any kind of business, or you want to achieve a high status in your life, you have to keep a target in front of you and you have to make efforts accordingly, according to the goal. So that is why Baba tells us, these are not the promises. These are very simple methods of realization. These are very simple methods of understanding, and these are the ways to go to the goal and to follow the principles in life. So when we adopt this determined thought in our life, first of all, that is not a promise, that is not a determined thought, that makes us to aware of our own responsibilities. What is my responsibility? What I have to do? I remember there is a story in Indian scriptures. You must have heard about Rama and how he was sent to an exile for 14 years. And his father, King Dashrath, had a promise with his wife. And because of that promise, King Rama was sent to an exile for 14 years. So when he was sent to an exile for such a long period, he was strict to that promise. He said he was a prince. Instead of going to an exile, he can go to another city, he can go to another kingdom, he can enjoy a new life, he can enjoy the beauty of the world. But he said no. This is the promise which his father has done, and he has to make an example, he has to keep an example, and he went in an exile for nearly 14 years, and in that period he did lot of work for the giving to the humanity and for realization, and he spread the message of love, and he gave the message of transformation. He finishes the evils and bad habits in the world, and he taught how to get your own kingdom. So that was one example. Here Baba says, you have to leave nothing. You enjoy this world. Whatever you like to eat, you can eat. Like sometimes Dadi says, you like to eat pakoda? They say, yes, we want to eat pakoda. Sometimes Dadi says, you want to eat ice cream? They all raise hand, we want to eat ice cream. Then sometimes they get samosa, so many things. Dadis and Baba, they keep on feeding us all the time. They never say you leave your things. You eat whatever you like, but eat the pure food, the sattvic food, the food which is made in Baba's remembrance, and eat food in Baba's remembrance. I remember one of the story, how Baba was teaching us in a very simple way. Once in the Murli class, Baba, in Murli class, a toli was being distributed to each and everyone. So after distribution of toli, Baba asked a question. If any child has eaten toli without remembering Baba, raise your hand. Baba will give you another piece of toli so that you remember Baba and eat that toli. And those who were very innocent children, they did not know why this noise is coming. They are doing some work outside. No? So those who were innocent children, they did not know what Baba is telling this and why Baba is telling this. And they raised their hand. They were so happy that they will get another piece of toli. And Baba gave that toli. And Baba pulled their ears in a very simple, in a very incognito way. Baba said, listen, today you did mistake. And tomorrow, don't do this mistake. And eat toli in Baba's remembrance. Make this habit. So this was a very simple way of realization. And Baba taught us, when you are eating and whenever food is in front of you, you be aware of your consciousness that Baba is feeding us and we have to remember Baba and eat the toli of food in Baba's remembrance so that we get more inner strength in ourselves. So in that way, Baba always reminds us about so many promises in Avyakt Murlis, in Sakar Murlis. This morning we heard Baba's Murli and Baba asked, Baba said, if some children say, sometime the seniors say, you write a promise on piece of paper. And Baba said, Baba has very, very big files and he knows and what promises you have made in your Brahmin life. And if you write another promise on piece of paper, that means you are adding a more paper in your file. So sometimes we think we should not write on piece of paper. But Baba says we should write on piece of paper with this consciousness that we have to fulfill our promises, not to add one more page in our file. So Baba makes us the realization. Baba gives us the understanding about the promises. And these promises are not a big thing. They are very simple, very easy, and constant effort making. And they are the promises are the one which show us always right path in our Brahmin life. So now we have to see what kind of promises we have to make by our mind. The promises, determined promises, and mind. These three things have a very deep connection with each other and they have very deep relationship with each other. So when we say mind, mind means by heart. Mind means with sincerity. Mind means with our pure thought. Mind means with our positive and powerful thought. Sometimes we Baba's children say that my mind is weak, my mind does not help me, what should I do? My mind keeps on wavering from one place to another place. I can't understand. Whenever I sit in Baba's remembrance, my thoughts keep on moving around the world. Sometimes the thoughts come, such thought comes in my mind, I can't concentrate. For this, Baba has given us very easy method that is in form of a promise. Baba says, give your mind to Baba. Baba says, when you have given this your mind to Baba, now it does not belong to you. Now whatever thought comes in the mind, that should be about Baba, about Baba's task, about Baba's service for self-transformation and giving blessings to others. Like Baba tells us in the Murli, Man Mana Bhav. I remember about Sakar Baba. Baba used to tell, I have given my mind to Baba. I cannot create the thoughts for self. I cannot create those thoughts for Lokik. I have to create only those thoughts that should be connected with Shiv Baba's love, that should be connected for the new world, and that should be for self-transformation. Like yesterday or day before yesterday, where at the time of flag hoisting, Gulzar Dadi was reminding us that whenever someone asks from you, where is Shiv Baba and where Shiv Baba resides, what answer will you give? What answer will you give? Our heart. She said, you tell with that pride, Shiv Baba likes my heart. He does not like the heart of others. He likes my heart. Why? Because we have given to him. And he has to use that heart. He cannot keep that heart like empty without using. So he uses our heart, and he uses the heart of each and everyone. So what he does with the heart of each and everyone? He comes, feels love, he purifies the heart, he gives so much strength, he keeps on giving so much to our heart. So our heart, our mind is being used in a better way, in a proper way. So we told Baba, this belongs to you. So now we have to see, when my heart belongs to him, so I cannot use for myself. There is a story in Indian scriptures. So there was one king. He said, I want to get liberation in my kingdom. I want to have some realization in my life. So one saint was called. He said, it is very easy. He said, okay, whatever you have, you give to me. And he said, okay. He said, my whole kingdom is yours. He said, okay. And this palace is yours. Everything belongs to you. And after that, then he said, let me use this thing. He said, stop. You told everything belongs to me, and now nothing belongs to you, and how can you use this? So he was quiet, because he gave everything. He gave his whole palaces, he gave everything. Even he said, this food, this garden, everything belongs to you. Then he said, okay, let me go to the garden and take rest and relax. As he was going to enter to the garden, the saint told, stop. You cannot go inside the garden because you have given that garden to me and you cannot go to that side without taking permission from me. He said, okay, now I sit here. So then that saint said, now I'm giving you permission. You look after the whole kingdom and look after your palace and take work from your servants, but by this consciousness, I am a trustee. It does not belong to me because I have given, so now I have to serve the subject with this consciousness that such and such person has given me this responsibility to look after the subject. So I have to be very careful about that nothing should be disturbed in my whole kingdom because it does not belong to me. In the same way, Baba also tells us, if we get this consciousness that it belongs to me and I'm the master, I'm the authority, whatever direction I gave, they have to follow. Baba says, now you be a trustee. When you have the consciousness of being a trustee, then you can work in such a way, in a better way, and in a proper way, by the understanding, and you will pay more attention, and you won't become careless, and you will keep on paying attention that everything should go smoothly. So first promise what we have to do by the self, that I am trustee of my mind. I have given my mind to Baba, but I am being a trustee. I have to make best use of my mind. So in the mind, the thoughts of happiness, the thoughts of enthusiasm, the thoughts of zeal and enthusiasm, thoughts of purity, the thoughts of love, benevolent thoughts, I have to develop. I have to create and look at those thoughts. If my thought is being diverted, I have to bring that thought in the track. For this Baba, Sakar Baba, did lot of practice. Even bhakti, at the time of bhakti, as well as when he became Baba's child, when Shri Baba took his body as a loan, so he paid lot of attention. You know, in bhakti, what he did, when he was doing bhakti, sitting in God's remembrance, and whenever his mind was being pulled, so he was pulling his thought. Why? He was talking to the mind. Why you are going this? And you must have heard what Baba wrote in his diaries. And he used to make a congregation. King is there, ministers are there, and he's asking why this thought has gone, why this happened. So he paid lot of attention as well as in bhakti and after becoming Baba's child. So Baba says, whenever you find time, talk yourself What kind of thoughts came? Okay, if it has come, let me clarify, let me select, let me change. So if we start doing practices this, slowly and slowly, our mind will come to the proper tune. When it comes to the proper tune, and whenever we put the switch on, the scenery is beautiful. Sometimes you open the TV and there's 100 channels, and so many. Sometimes I see how the brothers and sisters are, when they open the TV, they keep on pressing the switch, another channel, another channel, another channel. So many channels are there. But for Baba's children, there are 2 channels. One is the positive channel. And in that positive channel, that should be for self-empowerment. That should be about self-transformation. That should be the waves of love, the waves of peace, the waves of happiness are around with me. And another channel is that is about the golden age world. Baba says, whenever you find time, go to the golden age world. See the beautiful nature. How beautiful is nature? The birds are flying, the fountains are there, greenery is all around, our beautiful palaces, and we are going inside the palaces, and we are fully decorated. We have diamonds, we have jewelry, we are fully decorated. Baba says, open that channel and look at that channel. And if you keep on opening so many channels in your mind, that is to waste of time, waste of energy. And whenever we open the channel, TV channel, sometimes even for 1 second, such kind of scene come that spoils our mind. No, that affects, not spoils, that affects. So Baba says, if you open all the channels about your friend, channels about your business, channels about the world, channels about so many channels, and when we open all those channels, even 1 second of that scene, that changes our mind. So now we have to keep 2 channels in front of our mind that will make our mind strong, happy, light, relaxed, and more powerful. So when our mind becomes relaxed, happy, powerful, and full of love, then it becomes so easy to make determined thoughts or determined promises in Brahmin life. So now we have to see the determined promises. There are some promises very simple, but we are not determined to those promises. And we are totally unaware of that. We are totally ignorant of that, and we are not conscious of those promises, what we have done. And for those, it is a very simple way. Baba says, if you love myself, those who love Baba by heart, and Baba is bound to give the return of that love. Whether you ask or not, whether you want or not, but Baba will give to us. So very simple promise, let me love my Baba. He's my Baba. I belong to my Baba. He's my lovely Baba. And I love him the most. So love, the pure love, the unconditional love, is such a love that is like a magnet. And it automatically pulls Baba's love, and we are automatically pulled towards Baba. As Baba always mentions, I love my children. Whether they are poor, whether they are rich, whether they are simple, whether they are ordinary, whether they are not so good in front of the whole world, but very, very simple, they don't have the qualities, but they have loved me, and because of that love, I am bound to give love to my children. There are so many examples and stories in Bhakti cult. Even a simple person, he chanted the name of God by heart, and he got lot in his life. And it is also said there was so scheduled caste, people from backward area, but they had true love for God, and God himself was giving lot to them. Once what happened, there was one ordinary child. He met to one saint and he said, I want to remember God. And he said, you are being a little child and how can you remember God? But he had a true love for God and he wanted to remember God. And he asked, you tell me what should I do? He said, very simple method. You say Ram Ram, means say the name of God, Ram Ram. So he started to say Ram Ram by heart. And after few days, within few days, the child forgot the proper name. Instead of saying Ram Ram, he started to say Mara Mara. Mara means I'm dead. I'm dead, I'm dead. And he was chanting that sentence. And after few days, the same saint came and he met the child and asked, how you are remembering God? He said, you taught me to say Mara Mara Mara. Saint became so angry. And he said, I did not teach you to say Mara Mara. I told you to say Ram Ram. And you're telling like that. He became so angry. He gave a snap to the child. And child was so intoxicated in God's love. Immediately, God came in front of child and he gave so much love to the child. And then he told that saint, this child, though he is uttering the word, he doesn't know, but he is uttering the word. He is remembering God by true love, by true heart. And God is bound to escape him wherever he goes, whatever help he needs, God is bound to help him. So if we have the true love for Baba, Baba says, I am bound to give the return of your love, and I am your protector, and whenever there is something, I send the canopy of protection for my children. So what we do, instead of remembering God, instead of remembering Baba, we complain, give complaint to Baba. Baba, what should I do? I can't remember you. I sit in Baba's remembrance. I forget you. I do in that way. I remember once there was one lady. She was not able to read the Murli. Every day she was taking Murli. And then one day one sister asked, you don't read the Murli, you don't know how to read the Murli. You don't know the Hindi language and how you read Murli. She says, I take Murli in my hand I feel Baba is in front of me. And then sister asks, what do you do with the murli? And she says, I take murli in my hand, Baba is in front of me. Then she has asked, how you read the murli? She says, I keep my finger on the sentences. I feel Baba is talking to me. That was such an amazing answer. And I was feeling, this is the love that is coming from the heart. And Baba says the love does not need any language. Love does not need any community or something, but love automatically gives. She got the vision of Baba. Baba is standing in front of her. And she's getting those sentences, what Baba spoke, and she's getting those. That is true love. So what we have to do, that is determined promises. The first promise is that I belong to Baba. Baba is mine. Second promise is that in this confluence age, I have to enjoy the company of Baba as well as enjoy the company of Brahmins. Baba says in this Sangam Yuga, you can spend maximum time with Baba. During the whole Kalpa, even in the Golden Age world, you won't know about Baba. We will have little bit realization about soul, little bit awareness about soul, but not full awareness about the soul. That means little bit I am the soul, I am taking body. We don't know what role we are going to play next. That is why I am telling. And we won't have company of Baba. Baba says you are so fortunate in this confluence age. Sometimes Baba tells if your body is not helping, don't worry about the body. But be with Baba. Sometimes some children say, Baba, when there will be destruction? Baba says, what you want from me? You want me to go back? If it is taking little bit time, you take maximum benefit. Enjoy. This is the confluence age. We can get maximum in our life and enjoy the super sensuous joy in our life. Then Baba always reminds us, in this confluence age, we get such a huge Brahmin family. We didn't know that we will meet you from UK, from America, from Russia, from Australia, from all over the world. When we Baba's children come here, gather in Baba's home, how beautiful it looks. Baba says, I talk to my children, I sit with my children, I enjoy with my children, I spend a lot of time with my children. Bhaktas keep on calling me. I give them little bit fruit, but everything to my children. So when Baba is doing so much for us, so we have to make ourselves in that way, we should not feel unhappy in our life. And we should not feel disturbed with little bit circumstances. You know, when we make any kind of promise, that makes us aware of the circumstances. That gives us more strength to overcome the problems, to deal with the different circumstances, to deal with the adverse situations, So Baba says the promises. I remember when Mahatma Gandhi made promise to make India free, how much he has to do, how much he did. All the time, so much. They became more courageous, more enthusiastic. We have to do it. They were finding one way, another way, another way. So many ways they were finding. So Baba says, when you make promises with Baba, so Maya comes in front of you. But Maya does not come in front of you in a big form. That comes in a very simple form. As Baba mentioned this morning in the Murli, Baba said, you get victory of big, big vices. But Baba's children, what they do? What they do? They love the little children of Maya. They love them. They enjoy with them. They forget about their promises. Sometimes you must have seen when we go to Abu Road, on the way we see so many monkeys. No? When the little children, monkey children are there, they are playing. When we look at them, we enjoy. We feel happy. Because the children are children. No? They are so innocent. So Baba says, what you do, so you get victory over big, big vices. But sometimes the children become attached to the children of vices. Then they say, why? What? And what will happen? How can we do this? It is not possible. It is so impossible. So Baba says, the Baba's children, they have to make possible from impossible. An impossible word is not in the dictionary of Brahmins. So second promise, what we have to do, that is about self-awakening. You know, self-awaken, we are already awakened. But self-awakening means to see the qualities of self and to feel the qualities in self. And every day keep on checking and every day keep on paying attention. Like in our home, in the morning, we look in the center, in our home, in our living place. In the morning we check whether we have all the things or not. If something is missing, or before going to the task or after finishing the job, we bring those things and leave in our home so that our home, our room should have that thing. So Baba says, you check yourself. If something is missing, you feel that point in yourself. If there is something wrong, like in home, when electricity is not working properly, the water is not working properly, Baba's switch light is not working properly, and our curtains are here and there. So what we do, we set up in a proper way. In the same way, Baba also tells us, if your connection is not working properly with Baba, make it clean, make it clear, clarify, check, and change. So this is the easy promise to check yourself. Next promise is that if any situation comes in front of me to divert my mind, I won't divert my mind at any cost. You know, when Sita was taken by Ravan, and he tried his best to give her maximum luxurious things, she said, no, I belong to Ram. She was not attracted slightly towards the luxurious things of Rama. Her mind was not pulled towards Raman. Her mind was constantly connected with Rama. And even there is a story about Hanuman, and he also had a deep love for Rama. And once he went somewhere and someone asked, "You always say Rama, Rama, where is Rama? All the time you keep on saying Rama and Rama." He said, "Rama is with me." And someone said, "Where is Rama?" He said, "He is in my heart." He opened the heart. He showed, "Here is Rama." So his mind was totally connected to Rama and was not diverted towards other things. So in this Sangam Yuga, Baba says, we won't divert our mind towards a big line of queue. Why? What? What is happening? What will happen? So Baba says, if you have that question mark, and that question marks makes us confused inside, and that creates so many thoughts of confusion in our mind. Baba says, make promise with yourself. Like Sakar Baba, what he did. There were so many adverse situations in front of him. Baba said, this is Shiv Baba's task. Why should I worry? This is his responsibility. Let him do his work. And when something happened, Baba will do all right. And this happened. If he had taken all the responsibility on him, and that must have become a big problem. So what we do, we take all the responsibility, all the things on our head. This man is not listening, she is not listening, what will happen? I gave so many suggestions, I gave so many decisions, but no one listened to me. What should I do? They don't understand. Let them realize when something will happen, let them realize. So once the problem came, another we created more problem, the third we created such an environment, and fourth we ourselves became weak, and we make others also weak. So Baba says, if any problem come or any adverse situation come, you be like a Angad. Be like an Angad. Your feet of mind should be very stable and strong. Let the storms come, but they should not shake your feet. So this is the promise we have to make ourselves, that I have not to shake my feet of mind. So if when we are stable, we become an example in front of whole Brahmin family. Like Baba, Mama, Dadis, Janki, and other Dadis, Chandramani Dadi, they were so strong. I remember when in the beginning of institution, Chandramani Dadi, she had so much love for Baba. She never said, I'm doing so much, people should respect. Wherever there was a problem, she was going and standing like a lioness, and Baba gave her the title, the Lioness of Punjab. She used to stand like that. And people were surprised to see, and they did not dare to come in front of her. As soon as standing there, she says, come on, who wants to say something? What you want to say? Why? He is my Baba, you can't say anything. People were running. And she had such a strong love for Baba, not only for Baba, but she had such a strong love for Dadi. And she said, Baba has chosen Dadi, given this responsibility, Dadi means Baba. She never said, she always said what Dadi says. If Dadi says, you have to do this task, she will say, okay. She will never say, I can't do this. She used to give her suggestion, that was different. But Dadi is Baba. So that was the unity. No diversity. There was a unity among all the Dadis. And they are strong. They had promises that they are Baba's children, and Baba has given them this responsibility to spread Baba's message, and Baba had made them pillar. They have to become strong. And Baba says, not only the Dadis are the pillars, each child of Baba's yajna is a pillar. If the pillars start shaking, what the building will happen? Start dancing. And then we feel, oh, dancing, we are dancing. Someone will say, earthquake has come. Someone will say, we are dancing. What is happening? Because pillars have become less strong. So the promises means to become a pillar. Promises means the awareness of responsibility. Promises means awakening of self, to create unity, to be a leader, to be an example. So another promise, what we have to do it, never create negativity in self, never spread the vibration of negativity in Brahmin life. Brahma Baba knew that this is the garden. In the garden, there are different kinds of flowers. Some flowers have a beautiful fragrance. Some flowers are decoration. But if only few flowers are there, other flowers are not there without fragrance, garden does not look nice. So Baba said, each child is a flower of Baba's garden. And Baba looked at the beauty of each and every child. And when there were some thorns, Baba said, thorns are teaching us to protect yourself. Baba never said the thorns, why the thorns are there. He said they are here to protect ourselves. So Baba said, if there is any thorn, protect yourself, protect the beauty of flower, protect the fragrance of flower from the thorns. So Baba says, if we create the negativity in self, first of all, we lose all the powers, we lose our inner strength. For sake of self, for self-efforts, for making yourself worthy, never create the negative thought for self. So when we get this habit or promise with ourselves, not to create a negative thought for self, and we will automatically develop that habit not to create those thoughts for others. Then the promise is that, another promise is that give your hand in Baba's hand. Some children, they give their hand in Baba's hand, but after some time they become very naughty. They take the hands other side, start walking alone. And when they start walking alone, and when they are lost, then they cry, where are you, Baba, where are you? And what happened? Like Baba tells in the Murli, there is something in one of the city and the road is the very close, and then they cry, oh, where is guide, where is guide? And children are also very naughty and they cry, where is Baba? Baba, why you have left my hand? Baba has not left your hand. Baba gives his hand of protection. You know one story about this? Once there was a child. I think some of you know about this story. Once there was one child. Whenever he used to walk with God. And after coming back, he used to check on the sand, the feet of two persons. One day what happened, there was a problem. So when he came back, he looked at the sand, there was a feet of one person. He said, now I'm going to fight with God. He said, you are very selfish. Whenever I have a problem, you leave me alone. And you left me alone, and I was suffering, and you did not know what you have done. Today I'm not going to have a connection with you. And God was smiling, and he said, what happened? He said, no, I don't want to talk to you. He said, what happened? You let me know. He said, there was a problem and you did not come. He said, I was with you. He said, no. He said, how you say that I did not come? He said, look at the sand, look at the sand. There is a footprints of one person, not only two. He said, oh, for innocent child, you are in my lap. Whenever there is a problem, I take you in my lap, but you children become conscious of the problem. You know, a little child, he knows that he is afraid of any animal. His father takes him in the lap. He keeps on looking, oh, that animal should not come, the tiger should not come. That consciousness is all the time in his mind because he is afraid of tiger or any kind of animal. So we children have created such an habit in our mind, all the time conscious of problem. If I do this task, what will happen? There will be this problem. I'm going to do this task. What my neighbor will say, what my Brahmin family will say, I can't do this. So we make a big, big net of all the problems. And we put all the whole net on ourselves and keep on looking at others through the holes, thinking about the problems. And we are looking at the problems. So Baba is helping us, he is guiding us. We don't listen, we don't pay attention, and we keep on thinking and saying about the problems. So Baba tells us, never leave the hand of Baba. If you keep your hand in Baba's hand, you will walk very naturally. All the efforts will be very easy. Your efforts will be fast, very natural, and it will become very easy. You know, a few days ago, Brother Matthew was conducting a lesson, ABC of Easy Raj Yoga. So I was thinking, how easy is this? ABC. We Baba's children have to learn only these 3 words. A means about self, Atma. B means Baba. And we have to become benevolent like Baba. And C is commitment with self and commitment with the task and committed to the work. So we children of Baba's children are so easy going. We have to do nothing, only we have to study ABC. So ABC are the foundation. ABC are such the 3 words. For this Baba says you are Trimurti, and Baba says you are Trikaldarshi, you are the one, you are doing the everything, so you have to remember these 3 words. So Baba always says, if you make 3 promises with yourself, one promise is That is, A means attention. A means accurate. A means more, what we say, A means attention, active. That A means we have to become active. And second promise is, Baba is mine, I belong to Baba. And I have to become benevolent like Baba. And keep on chanting, keep on remembering, Baba, Baba, Baba. Not saying, not by voice, in our heart. Baba says the music of Baba should be on all the time in our heart. And C means, as Baba is committed, I will take all of you to Param Dham. Either you make yourself purified, otherwise, by punishment, you have to purify. Baba has committed that he will establish the new world for you children. He has told us that he will take us to the new world. Whether you like to go or not, but you have to go. But we like to go. We won't say we don't like to go. We like to go. We love to enjoy. And Baba also gives sometimes complaint to the children. You children are so selfish. You go to the golden age world, you forget me. You never invite me. And once what we did, and few brothers and sisters, they wrote an invitation letter to Baba and gave that letter to Baba. Baba, we invite you for the new world. Baba said, okay, your invitation letter has reached to Baba. And according to, but then Baba said, why don't you invite from the golden age world? You invite from there. The children said, there we won't remember you. We give you invitation in advance. Then Baba said, okay, children has sent an invitation to Baba to come to golden age world, but according to drama's bondage, Baba is not able to come to the golden age world. So, but Baba says, if I don't come to the golden age world, but I have committed with you children that I will send you to the golden age world, and you will be the master of the golden age world, even the subject. And subject will also have that consciousness that this is our world. So when Baba has given so many commitments, and we also have to make commitments with self. Commitment with self, like Dadi Janki was telling day before yesterday, she said, I told Baba, I don't want to see the face of Dharamraj. I will do more and more tapasya, but don't want to see the face of Dharamraj for punishment. Though I will see, he will salute me, but not for punishment. So Baba says the first commitment is for us, that is, we have to make ourselves completely pure. Second commitment is that I have to fill myself with all the virtues and qualities which Baba says fill 16 celestial degrees in yourself. Third commitment is that I am Master Almighty Authority like Baba. I am world servant. Baba has given me the responsibility to transform the world. And for this, let me spread the vibration of love. Let me spread the vibration of purity, peace, happiness around the world, even to the nature. Because when we go to the Golden Age world, nature will be very beautiful and we have to spread the vibration over there. And another commitment is that Baba is my backbone and I give my hand to Baba. So if we have this consciousness, we automatically feel relaxed and happy. So Baba says, don't do so many commitments, only few commitments if you have. And according to 2-3 commitments, automatically because of love for Baba, we automatically early in the morning will enjoy Baba's company, we will enjoy Baba's murli, we will enjoy Baba's versions, we fill ourselves with the blessings and we give blessings to others. Okay? Om Shanti.